Hey everybody, Carl here, and I wanted to do one last episode on our FM transmitter deal that we've been doing. I kind of wanted to show you a couple little extra things that I did that maybe will help you. And if it doesn't, I guess it's just good knowledge to have anyway. Uh, right now, if you can listen to the background, I don't know if you can hear it or not. Let me turn up just a bit. But I'm using the transmitter right now on FM 88.7, and I've got it to where I'm not using a ferrite or a metal rod in it right now. It's just the open coil. But I did do some things that if you want to change that on any of them, I kind of did a deal where it might be a little bit easier. Let me turn that down again. Hold on. First of all, one of the things that I found, like right now, I'm not using an antenna. I'm going to show you that on the board in a second. All I have is I've got a 22 picofarad capacitor coming off of the collector, and that's it. Now I've got part of a trace there that I can hook up an antenna to, and I hooked some up, and I'm actually getting the best results out of not putting anything on there at all. So go figure. So let me grab uniform of the day, right? And I'm going to turn the sound down a little bit more because I'm picking this up and it'll kind of scramble anyway. But I'm going to show you some of the things that I did. Okay, hang tough. Okie dokie. I got it running, the music in the background. It's going to make noises and cut out though, so just let you know that ahead of time. Okay, here's the board. Now this is the board that we were working on the whole time on the breadboard, and I finally took and I put it in the Eagle, and from there I printed out my layout and my board layout, and then I created my PC board. Now, excuse me, I think I will turn this down because it's going to make noise. Okay, what I have going here. Well, these are the inputs. Okay, right here. You see that? The red and the black are inputs. I'm going to pop them off for a second. And I'm going to shut this down over here too, if it will cooperate with me. Okay, come up here, turn the power off. Here is the power coming in. And these are two of the grounds. Okay, and here's the basic board. All right, not a whole lot to it. Now, one thing I want you to notice, I'm going to try to do this. I'm trying to look at the camera or the phone, whatever you want to call it, and kind of show you what I did. If you look at this coil, I can take and pop this coil out. And what I did was I made, I took a socket for an 8-leg IC, and I cut it in half. So I've got half the board there, and I removed the two inner pins. So I've got the two outer pins, so if I want, I can plug this coil in and test it with that. And if I want to run a ferrite rod or a steel rod in, I can do that. Pop this out. Then I have, here's another one that I made. I can pop that right in there. And if you can see, I'll try to get a little light on this more if I can. Yeah, that might be better. There's another one of my coils that, if you notice, I've got the hot glue on it, and I kind of made and I can turn this in and out, bring it in and out is all I want. And I did that I mean, I've got several of these. Here's another one. I can pop it in there like that. I mean, you get the idea. So if I want, I can experiment around and mess with it all I want and change stuff if I need to. So that comes in kind of handy. Ended up, though, I used this coil in the end, and I used the stretch and pinch technique, and I got it in, like I said, it's on 88.7, and it's coming great. I mean, it's coming really good. Here's the bar for the antenna, but no antenna. Just there's a 22 picofarad cap, and that's it. And see, but I do have the trace here going and I got the hole drilled, so if I do want to attach one, I can. And here's the basic traces, and you notice this one, I made the traces a whole lot thicker than the old one. And this one worked, but it wasn't as easy, and this one here worked out a lot better for me. You know, used a little bit more copper, and that was it. So why not, right? And like I said, later on in the video, I will show you what I did in. I'll show you a screenshot from Eagle, and that's a pretty cool program. I mean, for free, you can download it and you can learn how to like lay out schematics, and then from the schematic you can lay out boards. And it's just something, you know, in today's world, it's something nice to have, and you can do all. I do single layers because that's what I'm doing right now. But in the future, I'd like to try a couple double boards. I'm not going to go, you know, 5 or 6 layers, but I would like to at least start trying to do some double boards. What else do I want to show you on this one? Some of the parts, you know, they don't look all that neat because, like I said, I was grabbing stuff from the, you know, the different parts bins and stuff that I just had handy. I wasn't using new, kind of like what you guys would be doing. So that's why, you know, they're not all nice and neat, and because I had to stretch them, and some of them were already cut. But anyway, that's that. And I thought you'd get a kick out of it. And I hope you guys try it. I mean, it's turned into like a pretty nice little project, especially for our last one in this series. And I really got a kick out of being able to use the that half a socket to where I can put different coils in. Man, that worked out really good. Okay, here is this is a screenshot. This isn't Eagle Up. I made a screenshot because I can do that. It's a little easier to do that stuff. This is the board that I put together for the transmitter that we just built. Nice thing about this, real basic, simple. You have a positive rail here, a negative rail down here. You can put some of your components, mix them all up right inside here. This is for the antenna over here to the right. And now one thing that and I'm glad I caught this, I just noticed this. There should be a gap in between right here, if you can see this. Because this is where you need to put your resistor for your LED, which runs right here. So I don't know if you're seeing the cursor or not. Okay, right here between those two, that's where there should be a gap. And then so your resistor goes there, and your LED goes here, and the resistor is for your LED. So I forgot to change that. But other than that, this is pretty much You know, the transistor goes in here. You know, this is your base being fed in here. Your emitters down here. Your collectors up here. You know, and this is the line that comes in. You got your coupling capacitors in here. Your antennas right here. Your coil is over here. Okay. So, you know, and the rest you can look at the schematic and figure out. I mean, it's real simple. That's what I wanted to do. I wanted to make it as simple as possible. And if you're not going to do a PC board, you can pretty much, you know, you can go on the perf boards and lay it out pretty much the same. You know, you can have a negative rail and a positive rail in the perf boards, and then just, you know, connect the dots. So either way, this will work out good for you. But I wanted to show you that that's what I made, and now you'll have to either go in and use Eagle, which, like I said before, for a free program, man, you can't beat it. You know, it's used by professionals, and if you want to step your game up, you can buy the version that actually lets you do a bunch of layers. I think this will let you do 2 layers, and that's more than enough for me. But you know, it lets you lay out schematics, it lets you lay out boards, so you know, you can't beat the price. Okay, I just wanted to show you that. So that about wraps it up. I hope everybody enjoyed this little adventure. I always do. I mean, because you know, I really like these things, and like I think I mentioned before, I'm going to show you a few deals that I've been messing with the AM transmitter with. Like I said, I've been basically using that one that Rick McWhorter designed, the one where we use the MOSFET, because that's down the road. I'm going to build that tube one. I know a lot of you either have or are going to, but until then, this one, if you want a nice do-it-yourself AM transmitter, this is a nice one because it doesn't take that much for it to work. And especially with AM ones, they can be real tricky to get fired up and to actually broadcast with. The FM, in my opinion, the FMs are like a lot easier. So, but anyway, I'll show you what some of the things I was doing with that. And who knows, maybe down the road we'll get into that a little bit more. But there's some other things that I kind of want to touch on and have fun with. So until then, everybody, thanks so much. Thanks for all the great support. Wow, I'm totally blessed. I just am. So really appreciate it. And you know, as always, if you were just new coming here and you kind of dig what you're seeing, you know, it looks like it's interesting to you, consider subscribing to the channel. We'd love to have you, and I think you'll have fun, you know. And the good thing about that is, if down the road you go, oh, you know, it isn't what I thought it was, and you can unsubscribe. So, you know, that's, you know, you can do that too. If you like this episode, you know, you can always give it a thumbs up. That's always cool. And I don't know if it does any good anymore with all the things YouTube, but it's kind of, you know, for the creator, it's kind of neat to see that. So, everybody, have a fantastic day. I'll be talking to you real soon. Take care. Goodbye.